We're back with another installment of Rice Talk. This is your host Cam, and we have
B,
back with us in the building. How you feeling?
man, feeling great, man. I had me a workout this morning.
Okay,
Got
what
me
you working
worked
on?
on chest,
Okay,
and some cardio this morning.
okay.
So in addition to drinking your water and recycling, make sure you get your exercise in on a
Mm,
daily, at least 3 to 5 times a week.
Put the press on them, W press.
Got to.
Because, usually people are like, oh, work out, and they didn't work out. You worked out and said, work out as well. Hold them accountable.
Gotta be held accountable.
Hold them accountable. That's what we do here. We like to hold people accountable for their actions, their New Year's resolutions. And we forgot. We ain't forgot. We're gonna do the check-in, and we're gonna do that quarterly check-in. We can do it. Yeah, we gonna check in with y'all.
Yeah, every 4 months, let's say quarterly.
But we got something lined up great for y'all today. Something special. And we also got tier lists. Maybe something special and tier list. But first, if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have, continue watching. Let's get into it. First, I would like to get into let's build we're gonna build a tier list fully next episode, right? We can just write one down and we can make an actual tier list. But I want to just kind of build a rough tier list. Like, what's an favorite cartoon for you, like a 2000 cartoon?
SpongeBob. It says got to be like one of the greatest cartoons of all time.
Okay.
Now we talking about kids cartoons, or we just talking about cartoons in general? Because we can do like adult cartoons too.
I guess like
the Adult Swim cartoons too. Or could we just? Or we gonna stick with the kids cartoons?
We could do like kids. Like, I guess it's tough because some of them is like, damn, I feel like these kids, but it's like it probably wasn't. We can do a sidebar. What's some Adult Swims? What's some notables? What's some Adult Swim?
Adult Swim got to be
Robot Chicken.
Family Guy, Boondocks. I was gonna say Boondocks, Futurama.
Yes. American Dad, or was that daytime?
That was it. It came on at night.
Okay.
It came on American Dad. I wouldn't say that's S tier though. I'd probably put Family Guy over American Dad.
What's that show with like the meatball?
Oh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, you had Well, that's not cartoon.
That wasn't cartoon. That was just it was on Adult Swim, but it wasn't a cartoon.
Yeah, she used to get wicked. Like, bro, being a kid watching it, it's like watching now, so you kind of understand it more. It's like it's funny a different way.
It's funny, yeah, but in a different way.
Then it was like it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? It's like
a lot of them Adult Swim cartoons.
Yeah,
we weren't old enough to understand, but it was still funny.
Oh yeah, some of the jokes, and I remember watching Robot Chicken and being like, yo, it's pretty funny. It's kind of
funny, but it's like we didn't really get it.
Yeah,
we was too young.
They were making a deeper, kind of like the Boondocks too. Like you watching now, it's like, wow.
That went over my head as a kid. Yeah, I get it now.
You got the first level of the kid that was
that you weren't supposed to be watching, but you still kind of got it. It was funny.
That's how you like watching something really entertaining, because it can give different age levels.
It was like now yeah.
Like you got something for the kids can understand. You got something that the parents
mainly for the parents to understand.
Disney movies are good at that too. I was watching Toy Story, and movies like that, they're good at dropping stuff for the kids, and then they'll drop a joke.
Drop really a joke for the adults, and drop a whole life lesson in general for the adults. Only adults will get it.
So if they're in the theater too, they're like, this ain't so bad. I like that in entertainment. That's the least that they can do, because some entertainment is just
you can get some kind of life lesson out of it to teach your kid.
Give you some type of joke. Yeah, but those were some of the bigger Adult Swim. I don't what Nick at Night was. It was just shows.
Nick at Night was just sitcoms.
Yeah,
that wasn't no cartoon.
Yeah. I wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, everybody.
I ain't had no choice. I had to watch Nick at Night growing up.
I just wasn't. Full House, was it?
That was with
Is that one of them?
The Mary-Kate Ashley, the little girl. What's her name? And all them. It was cool. It was all right.
Cool. I guess the thing about sitcoms, if you cue them claps up enough, shit. I mean, I guess it's gonna sound funny.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on the way they deliver the joke too.
That's true.
They deliver the joke good, and they put the little laughing sound bite.
That's fair.
It'll make it look funnier.
What do you think? But if we sidebar again on another tier list of just networks of the 2000s and cartoons, who's S tier? Like, what you say for you?
Got to be Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
What would you say
It
is
has
A
some of
tier?
the A tier.
Disney.
Yeah, I say Disney.
You're right, and I agree with you on that.
It's like because like Nickelodeon, they had the most memorable cartoons and most rewatchable cartoons,
Are we
and
gonna?
the longest running cartoons. I would say.
Are we only doing network? Well, I guess yeah, because that's easy. Because WB wasn't WB for everybody.
Yeah, and then you remember you had the because you had Jetix and stuff on Saturday morning, like them Fox cartoons in the morning.
Yeah, and those were
Like
pretty
this, it
deep.
was like Kirby, Sonic,
Bro, there was their like 9 cartoons.
Static Shock.
Static Shock. Oh my goodness, underrated.
Underrated, like they throw out the underrated cartoons on the Warner Brothers in the morning, like
I
them
would
Saturday morning
I would
cartoons.
honestly say I would like to see them like make a kind of a Static Shock, but they would fuck it up, so I don't want to see that.
Like a reboot.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah,
every
they
time they
they
get a reboot in 2020, anything, I'm cool.
like they coming out with a new Shrek movie, like Shrek 5.
And it's gonna get ate up, and I hate it because you just know anything Shrek is just gonna go though. Like it's like Nike. You could put
I
Nike
don't know. It's like the last maybe 2 Shreks wasn't all that great.
not at all,
Like
but
Shrek 4 was garbage.
they're
The Shrek
gassing.
3 was it was alright.
They're gassing. They got after one full, it was gas.
Yeah, like
Two
the
was,
first 2 probably the second was probably the best one.
but if you really think about it, two was only good because we probably thought that was gonna be like the last one.
Yeah, and then they came out with the third one.
Yeah, they fucked us up with the third, and we said, "All right, now we gonna go to this third one."
And it was cool.
But
And then that's the fourth one was terrible.
But then they had a Puss in Boots.
And they had a spin off Puss. I didn't even watch the
And I was
Puss
like,
in
oh,
Boots.
well, yeah, y'all gonna milk this.
They
Y'all gonna
milking
milk
it.
this.
And they're gonna wait all this time to bring out a new Shrek 5.
I get it. They just juicing it. Cause you can always just, cause Shrek ain't an age. So you can just always just have him Shrek on adventures. Shrek and Donkey hit the road again. Shrek is a grandpa. Like you can just
really something, yeah, because you see his daughter got Zendaya, how you say her name? That's daughter.
Man, they finna walk in that studio and watch that damn movie, man. So, that's how you know they got. They put her in there.
They because she popping right now.
Shout out. They did like a live.
They brought everybody back though. They brought Eddie Murphy and what's his name, Mike Myers, and them back.
Because what you
they
think
brought
about
the OGs back.
That's what they coming for. Like they're not coming for like nope. They're not coming for Antonio Banderas. Like shout out Antonio Banderas, but like it's a lot of people don't even know.
I don't know who that is.
It's Puss.
I don't even know who that is.
It's Puss.
Oh, that's Puss.
Yeah. You the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, nasal next. That's ain't commercial. Yeah. No, yeah. They like come to see fucking Humpty Dumpty and Puss in Boot. They came to see.
Oh, coming to see Shrek and Donkey and Fiona.
Yeah, for like 90 minutes. Like I want to see y'all get through a plot 90. Sometimes they kind of be gassing it with a little closer to 2 hours and some Harry Potter.
And it's probably gonna be all type of PC now. Remember back in the day, they was just letting it fly.
You know, and that's the thing. I was watching some old ones. They was letting it fly like in between the lines. Like you damn near could.
Them subliminals, man. They was letting it fly.
Yeah, them subliminals, man.
When you had to get it.
Oh, okay. What's a B tier?
B tier cartoon. I don't know, probably some of them
like the Warner Brothers ones.
Warner Brothers ones.
Or are we gonna? Cause I mean, some were solid. But I guess
it has some B tier cartoons on like Cartoon Network and stuff, Nickelodeon too. Probably like I would say like the Chowder era. Chowder.
What's that?
With a Flapjack. Foster's Home. I say,
how you feel about that? Where you throwing?
I enjoyed that one though.
I did too. Well, I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it's an S tier, but it was up there.
It was respectable.
And probably like maybe
a B plus or
B plus A minus. Something like that.
Yeah, I really be locked in on the books. You know, I know what a B minus is.
Hey, I say it's like B plus A minus in between that.
Okay.
Foster's Home.
Ooh.
Courage. Because it was creative. Courage is definitely like probably S.
It's solidified.
It's like it was because it was its own type of genre, like the horror. It had the horror elements in it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
It was funny, but then it was scary too.
I had to give like Courage the Cowardly Dog some years to get back on it because at first it was very off-putting for me.
Yeah, it was off-putting
just because.
It made you like 4 years old watching this, and they had all the little horror elements in it.
And I just didn't know that. I didn't know like that's what like they were going for. I thought like they were just trying to be rape. I remember like watching it after like Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I remember just sitting there and
Like you laughing at Ed, Edd n Eddy, and then you getting kind of scared of Courage.
well, because the episode would like open and it'd be like some regular shit, and then
It'll
it's
be
like
regular, and then you
minimal.
had some monster coming through.
Yeah,
And they,
and
like
it's
they,
like
it's all.
I'm like, okay, maybe next week this will make sense. It's just another episode next week, but it's perfect because you just got a house in the middle of nowhere.
That's already scary in itself.
Because it's just like,
And it's just like where these people coming from.
like where you get food.
And it's like they ain't had no type of grass or trees, no crops, nothing.
It was so lame for somebody to be outside, Bryce, because I'm just like food.
All they had was a house and a windmill.
I didn't even see you walk up. And these old ass
And a
people.
long road.
Yeah, I
And
don't
people
know.
just coming through.
I'm also gonna put Kids Next Door S tier.
Kids Next Door.
Or what you think? Or am I just nostalgic?
A plus.
Okay, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. I was gassing with the S tier.
A plus.
Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron. Probably A plus. Because that didn't really, ain't had no long runtime. Remember it came out with the movie first. Then they had 3 seasons. And that was it.
Fairly Odd.
Fairly Odd Parents is S tier. Fairly Odd S tier.
Yeah, for him.
Like that,
No brainer.
No brainer, because they still coming up with new episodes, new seasons, even though they not good. Same with SpongeBob. Like they milking it.
Yeah, but that's how they do cartoons though. Because, I'm trying to think like kind of like how I just said what they did with Shrek. If they know they can farm the shit out of it, or like it's a plot that they can just flip like anime like plots, they'll just do it because they look at it like.
Just remember they added Poof later on, and then they added the dog Sparky.
Danny Phantom, what you thinking? B plus? B plus?
No, I wouldn't say C. It's definitely B or above.
You putting Kim Possible over Danny Phantom? Or
I didn't really watch Kim Possible growing up.
I'm really not.
We didn't really have. I didn't have Disney growing up. All I had was Cartoon Network and Nick.
Hey, sidebar. I was trying to tell somebody I didn't have Disney growing up, and they were like, "What do you mean you have Disney growing up?" And I was
It
like,
depended on the cable company your parents bought.
Like shit, I ain't have.
I didn't have Disney until later on.
And they kind of tried. I was like, but I surveyed a few people since then, and they
it just depended on like if you only watched them shows if you went to somebody's house that had Disney.
No, that's fact. That's fact.
Like, all we had was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Fox on Saturday morning.
We're taking a poll,
and then PBS, which don't nobody watch PBS.
If you had Disney growing up, and 2 if you didn't have Disney growing up. 1 if you had Disney growing up, and 2
if you had to go to somebody else's house to watch Disney.
I thought I wouldn't. They told me I thought
folks would be looking at you like you crazy. Like I didn't watch Kim Possible because I couldn't. It's like if I go to somebody else's house, I'm watching Phineas and Ferb and stuff like that.
I'm cool on it. Like I watched it.
I would probably say that's a S tier Disney. That's probably the most memorable Disney cartoon.
Disney because, like you said, since Disney is it's the best of a good.
And Disney is a lot of child sitcom shows.
Pretty much.
And
if they just put it into a movie, like like if they had a movie, they'll just
like they'll make a spinoff of a movie.
Yeah, facts.
They'll have a movie and then they'll make a TV show like a spinoff of it or something.
Yeah, they weren't slick. Then we also had what other networks did we have? I think we had Disney XD. I think
Disney XD, yeah.
I think for the most part, those were all the major networks. But Cartoon Network, they had a lot of bangers back. But like you had the Child is the
Flapjack was cool.
Yeah.
Probably like B minus maybe. Regular show. It had its own value. It was different. It was weird. Definitely a weird type of show.
That was an era where people were like, "Go ahead, like be creative."
So it was different. What else? Regular show. What would you think? What would you say?
A regular show for me, off replay value, I would put it up there A just because it's hard, just off of its uniqueness.
It's one of them shows. It was borderline like an Adult Swim.
Yeah,
it was borderline.
It had a lot of writing in it. I felt like it was a lot of moving parts. Most cartoons, it's like a 2-person scene. Like it's 2 people are talking, and then the next 2 people talk. But like It was a lot going on in the regular show.
Yeah,
It was always a lot going on in the regular
it's a
show.
lot going on.
Okay, you had your Kim Possibles, your Danny Phantoms, your Fairly Odd Parents, your Jimmy Neutrons,
SpongeBob,
SpongeBob.
and you got like the low key shows too. Like I don't know if you remember My Life as a Teenage Robot,
Ben 10, and we
Ben
got
10.
Johnny Test.
I didn't really care for them two shows. Not gonna
I'm
lie to
more of
you.
a Johnny Test than a Ben 10 guy.
Yeah, like if I did have no choice, I would probably watch Johnny Test.
They sold people on the Ben 10 for the watch, that big ass watch.
The watch.
That's
You
what they
turn
doing.
into the yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just known for. Now I ain't gonna lie, the creatures on it was kind of
It
cool.
was cool
It's
for
just a
sure.
movie. I feel thing. Or
It
you
was
know
one of
what?
them shows like Avatar.
I wouldn't
One of
mind
them
seeing it as a Netflix as a live action. I wouldn't mind.
Ben 10,
Yeah, like dude that he get four pop or was it? I don't know. It's like four monsters.
10 monsters.
Oh
Like
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Look, like dude, where he get like, but I don't. That's probably a lot of money in the effects.
I'm saying
But
because they got to sit up here and create do CGI on all 10 of the monsters. And had to find a way to incorporate all that'd have to be like a series.
But I hate that as a consumer, we have to think about their budget for them. It's like, figure it out. Like, they was doing it in 99. The thing I liked about those older things we used to watch, they didn't take that much quality to render stuff. So they could they can get some bullshit off. Versus now, people not letting you get like some low graphic shit off. Like,
No, because we got too much technology now.
yeah,
We too advanced now.
that's crazy. Like, we already know like the reality of like, it just wouldn't,
It ain't gonna work out.
it wouldn't turn out like how you want it, especially 10 monsters.
10 monsters. They'll make it work. No, I'm saying they have to make it like a series.
Yeah.
And one monster per episode.
Cause I remember like watching Moon Knight for Disney and they were trying to like show his like different personalities. And he only had like three, but it was just hard to just do it because it's just so much effects. Like, and you know, when you want to do stuff so intricately, because people are going to nitpick.
Yep.
But what do you think are some cartoons that we listed or some that we didn't? Just of the 2000s that just resonate a lot with that era?
With the 2000s. Let's say SpongeBob.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
I'm probably like top 3. Those are like the faces of the networks.
What was that one where like they were on the playground?
On the playground. Recess?
Yes.
That what network was that?
When I tell you, I think Disney. I think
It might have been Disney. I think it was like an early Disney cartoon.
like a fever dream, Loki. Because I'm glad I remember the plot, but I'm glad you remember the name. Because you said playground, I almost doubted myself. I was like, I think so.
Oh, I didn't really watch Recess like that growing up.
I saw an episode.
Like you see like maybe an episode or two, but I
Yeah,
never really watching Recess.
But
that was one of them though.
These networks had more than cartoons. We're just listening to cartoons. They had some notable shows. You know, your iCarly's, your Nesty Classifieds, your That's So Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
That's So Ravens probably is an S tier on an A tier.
That's an S tier because yeah, you think of Disney, that's the main thing you think of.
If somebody wanted to argue me on like the value of like cartoon and show that time, I might hear you on like the S tier minus just because of That's So Raven and what we just. They had a few carriers on there like that almost could bring y'all in the S tier by y'all. So, but
what was the one with the twins, or Dylan and Cole Sprouse? What was that TV show? Name of that TV show? Sweet Life. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was another one.
Man, show wise, y'all S tier, but y'all cartoons we do weighted, and y'all cartoons kind of weigh y'all down back to like an 8. But like if shows,
like Disney has some. Like I wasn't watching none of them joints, but I remember my sister used to watch them shows all the time.
You ain't gonna lie, like
on Disney.
If you want like you ain't got nothing to do in this. It's good background noise. I'm not gonna lie. Did I get anything like learning wise out of those shows? No. But like if you like talking to your homeboy or like I don't know, like you playing with some toys, it's just some good shit.
It's just something in the background and you just happen to be watching it.
Cause it's a sitcom and you can follow it as a child. Versus like these old ass sitcoms as a kid, you couldn't really follow the plot because I don't really know what they losing their house. I don't know what the fuck losing the house is like.
Stuff like Degrassi.
Yeah,
like Teen Nick.
I remember
I ain't never watched Degrassi.
Degrassi. I feel like I'm wondering what
Because it was like a
demographic
drama. It
watched
was,
it.
I'm saying, it was drama.
Was it like you're a freshman in college, or was it like you're like a
It
bunch of
seemed
people
like
in school?
maybe high school age.
Okay, I
It
can see
probably
that.
was like middle school, high school age. People will watch that.
Because when I got to it, I don't. It just. I feel like the crowd it was meant for. I feel like by the
It
time I
was,
got to it, the era changed a little bit. So like that just wasn't the show that people were watching.
yeah, that was almost like a teen drama show,
And it's a
pretty much.
and the thing. If you notice about teen dramas, they have to be very specific for the time because if not, they can seem dated.
Hmm.
Because even like what they're wearing, like say if you waited too
The
long,
clothes, the lingo,
oh my
just the
goodness,
culture.
that's why a lot of them, if you peep, if they do teen dramas, they do a throwback, so you can't be wrong. Like if they do the '80s or the '90s, so when it comes out, versus if you do like a modern day, because modern day is subjective. Like you might make a high school drama now, but if it don't come out until 3 years from now, all the drip that they're wearing is gonna be
It's gonna
outdated.
be
The
outdated.
lingo,
The lingo, the music,
all the you see what I'm saying? It's gonna look
the
like bro.
dances, and everything like that.
Did y'all film this in 2018? That's why I
Yeah,
think a lot of like those movies that do like the high school environment, like the '90s or
you
'80s,
have to set it back then because it'll
exactly,
make sense.
because you can just bring it out and people will respect, like because they can't like nitpick it,
Nitpick
like
like, okay, yeah, this is the '90s,
oh that
so
wasn't that. It's like bro, the '90s has been the '90s, like the '80s has been the '80s. That's why they
I like the two
overplayed
thousands. It's 2000.
for sure, for sure. I did like those late '90s, early 2000s cartoons that made. I have to like look a few up just because they're a little fuzzy. Uh, some had some real good
Like
nostalgia
what?
value.
Let's say like what? Like late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, man, it's a
When I think of that, I think of like Hey Arnold, Cat
yeah.
Dog, Powerpuff Girls,
That's what I'm thinking of. That's
Johnny Bravo,
100%.
them type of shows.
Yes, yes, yes. Because all those I think exactly were like a '98 to like a '02
Yeah,
or maybe like a
like maybe they stopped in '03.
because yeah, those are the ones I'm really thinking of. You really named most and Dexter's Laboratory,
Dexter's, yeah, that was like a late '90s.
and you can tell just by like the graphics of all of them because they all
Yeah,
look like
the
the same
animation
time.
style they had the same similar animation
Yeah.
style to them and audio and
And
everything.
Courage must have been a little after because it looks kind of
Curve,
similar
yeah,
and
it
it
was
didn't age
very.
well.
So they came out like '99, 2000.
Hmm.
Like Ed and Eddie Courage.
By the time the regular show and like Chowder came on,
Chowder
graphics were a
came on
little
like,
different.
yeah, they was a little better. They came out like later 2000.
It was like the same like grade of graphics, but it was just smoother. And then people kind of were adding a little bit like more animations, I guess, in it. Because you start seeing people like I guess like run around on screen and stuff like that more.
Yeah, Chowder was definitely a different animation style.
They had a lot
But
going
you
on.
remember how it's like the characters move, but they clothes, but they like weird thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like they moving across some kind of background or something.
I think for them, like that was like a good visual aid for people watching because it's just
It was like a real significant thing about that show.
it was good for engagement.
Yeah.
Dang. And then fairly it was some cartoons that kept it simple with their format of graphic. Like they didn't do the Jimmy Neutron 3D. They did like the whole
Yeah, the
2D.
CGI.
Yeah, because you can kind of like the Boondocks. They didn't go too like graphical. They kept it simple, but they kept the message like because the simpler you keep like the formatting, like the kind of more wiggle room you have for like the creativity. Because if you go to like that movie Avatar, the first one, if you go too like deep on graphics, it kind of leaves no room for your plot because people
Because
are
you're
just.
trying to just watch for the visuals and everything.
If we think about Avatar, or did you watch Avatar? It wasn't a very like era movie.
It was cool.
It was just
Cool concept.
the graphics were like so amazing. I didn't really care about
I didn't
anything
really
else.
care too much about that. I'm just looking at
I'm
the
over,
visuals
yeah, I'm over looking like
and just kind of imagining stuff.
it's just like guy gets trapped with people, people get trapped, save people, movie over. Graphics good. Like,
And
but
like, let me actually live because he had a disability too.
yeah, oh yeah,
He was
they
just like, let me just be here forever.
for sure. Facts. Yeah, I feel that too. I don't have legs on the other
But he
side.
don't
Like,
write. So I'm like, so let me get over here where I got respect. I got legs.
yeah, that's probably where they got Wimby from. Not for real. Real spill it. Real
For
spill it.
real though.
I remember seeing them hooping and I was like, man, And now you see some dudes like hooping like in real life, and they look kind of have that same type of like build. Like they
That
just
build, that real lanky build.
hell yeah, it's just like oh, it's like bigger than Slender Man. It's just
KD, Wemby,
yeah, it's
Chet Holmgren,
and Bobo.
Bobo.
Oof, it's tough to have that build and just hoop. To be honest, like shout out to people that do that because you can tell that they can do it. Because if they couldn't, they'd like break a leg, low key. Because with that amount, it's like running on stilts.
And what's his name? Taco Fall. Taco Fall was kind of bulky though.
Yeah, yeah.
He was tall like that, but he was
He
pretty bulky.
he was like one of the more traditional like taller guys. Like he was bigger and he had a little weight. Versus like these guys like now is like
They look like avatars.
yeah like yeah honestly it's like you took like a 6'4" dude and just stretched him out.
And just stretch
Like
them out.
versus like Taco Fall was like
He was
big
like
and
7'6", and
yeah
he was big.
yeah
Or like y'all mean
yeah.
big too.
That's how most like bigs are used to, but now they're saying dudes are kind of like more dexterous.
Yeah, dexterity. Have a lot
Yeah,
of dexterity.
yeah, facts, and like they're a lot more like kind of just movable with their frame than like stiff out. They can do like moves and shit, which is scary because
Unorthodox bigs nowadays.
yeah, that's definitely a topic for sure. Would you when did you know it was time to kind of like move on from like these cartoons and kind of just
Because I still watch cartoons to this day.
mm-hmm.
So I never really kind of moved on from.
me
It's
neither.
just whenever I feel like watching them, I go look up and watch them.
I think I didn't just say I wanted to move on.
I ain't never really just move on for real.
I think I just started just doing other stuff, and I just
Yeah,
watched it less and
and
less.
just like if I ain't watched this cartoon in a long time. Let me watch this
And
cartoon.
by the time I came back, because I guess the whole on demand thing wasn't crazy big until like really 5-6 years ago for it. Like as far as like going to pull up a show and like watching it. So I guess at this point, if it wasn't on TV, I wasn't like watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever I would go on TV, sometimes some of the stuff I would see, like the newer stuff, I'd be like,
Yeah, new stuff there.
and that's when I was kind of like,
And then people just ain't really got cable like that no more. Like everything went to streaming now.
because it was a very short
Streaming service.
or short window of time where you could get a lot of those shows on demand before streaming,
Mm-hmm.
like where it was still just cable, on go on demand. But not like once it got to the streaming point, then
You just go watch it whenever you want
yeah.
to. You ain't got to wait on demand.
Yeah. And then it was kind of like I don't really care what new shows y'all are making because it's just I don't even know what y'all are doing. I guess it works for the people watching it,
The people who want to watch it.
but in my head I'm like, yo, people talk about SpongeBob. I'm like, some of these new ones are kind of
Nah, I'd just rather watch the old one.
yeah, they're kind of tough to watch. Like
They hard to watch. Like anything past like season 9, maybe I say yeah.
Very brain mushy.
Yeah.
Like it feels like I'm watching Coco Melon. Yeah.
And speaking, we didn't even talk about the Nick Jr. cartoons.
Refresh me with something.
I'm saying we preschool age, Backyardigans, Dora,
Wonder Pets,
yeah. What else? Blues Clues.
Blue. Oh yeah.
With OG Steve before he left us.
Damn,
Left us with Joe.
Blue's Clues was not Kill Bill.
Little Bill.
Little Bill. Shout out Little Bill.
Shout out Little Bill. What
What
else?
else we got? Oh my goodness.
Like Nick Jr.
Man, you threw me off that one, man.
Saying, cause man, we used to watch preschool age cartoons.
So Dora and Diego, what's that
Go
name?
Diego, go Diego, go.
Yeah.
That was a spinoff.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still taking Diego over Dora. Like
It just had more action in it.
Dora used to just piss me off. We all know why, right?
Yeah.
But you know,
we all know why.
that's really gold though. Like that whole idea of just
That's still an S-tier cartoon though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did enjoy Dora though when I was like that age.
Yeah, that's fast.
And say it piss you off now. Back then you didn't really care.
Yeah, if I look at it now, I'm like, man, it make me smile a little bit. But like back then, I was like, bro, turn this. It's like, bro, it's over there.
See, now that point, you can actually get to like what age you get past them cartoons.
Ooh.
Like once you get in like maybe elementary school.
What age did I become a cartoon?
Oh, you know, it used to piss me off though. Max and Ruby.
You know, I
Max and Ruby used to
Max
piss
and
me off,
Ruby.
bro.
Max and Ruby used to piss me off too because
It's really just Ruby
it used to
used to
just
make me
come on.
mad too. Max used to be trying to chill and do his own thing. Here come Ruby.
Max and Ruby gave me like married couple vibes. Like it was kind of
And
like
it was like they was brother and sister.
yeah, but it was like they just she got on his nerves and
She got on his and he was just
chilling
chilling,
and
trying to
that
do
was
his own
chilling.
thing.
And it was just like it was like, bro, this just seems so. It seemed like so like a normal relationship, but like I feel like I've seen this like in real life before.
It's like the abusive older sister
Yeah,
type like thing.
I like that couple that's been together like 60, 70 years, and they just like she just
And it's like the husband, he got like Alzheimer's or something. So she just, no, you can't do this.
we're just I used to be like, bro, what? Let that man like
Let this man go do what he want to
yeah,
do, bro. He chilling.
yeah. It's like, bro, let that man live,
Leave this
bro.
man alone. He is not trying to go do what you got to
The
do.
only thing I did, I'm not gonna lie, Max and Ruby, if I could live in a cartoon, no, it looked real chill in Max and Ruby. Like I feel like
They do, it do really be chill. Wasn't nothing going on. It was
like,
always Ruby trying to do stuff and she got to
yeah,
drag him along.
it's like they lived in like throwback England or something. I don't know. It looked like it was nothing going on.
When nothing happened, everybody was nice,
Just drinking tea and eating
drinking
crumpets.
tea and lemonade.
Yeah, eat the scones.
Say Max chilling, playing with his toy.
Yeah.
Or there was always one thing he was focused on in every episode. And here come Ruby snatching him up.
It's like, yeah, it was really like Ruby and shenanigans, basically.
Basically. And then let me bring Max along too.
Damn, I can see her face now. Really pissed me off of her. Nah, it's cool. I'm gonna let it slide though.
That and Caillou.
Where
Like
you putting Caillou?
Caillou trash, man. That's F tier. That's all he
I was gonna let him. I was gonna, let him
We
slide.
not
Like,
letting Caillou live, man. Because all he did, let's think about every episode, all he doing is whining.
oh
Or
man,
whining and crying.
Blues Clues.
Blues is S.
I'm tripping. Clifford. I'm thinking the Red
Clifford.
Dog.
Oh yeah, Clifford. I ain't really watched PBS like that growing up.
He's testing PBS though, but
No, like if
really
I was watching the preschool cartoon, I was watching Nick Jr.
I was either Clifford. I couldn't do
Clifford was
Teletubbies.
alright. It
I
was kind of
couldn't do.
cheesy. Teletubbies.
Actually, I lied. I only did Clifford. I think. I don't because everything else was kind of little. I
I
don't
ain't
know
really
who
like.
wrote it.
I ain't really like.
I don't know who wrote
The
it.
animation style was kind of
But it was
garbage.
PBS.
PBS.
It was probably a budget writer. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Because you did do it for the kids. But
Teletubbies was. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
It was
weird. It was weird. Low
It
key.
was weird. I was watching that joint in daycare though.
Yeah.
Like real little.
But you had no choice though, because
You
it's
ain't
like
had no choice. It was just
between other episodes of other stuff. So you just laying down and then they
you just
come out.
watching it, and it was like it was. I always just want to try them cookies though.
Bro, half of the episode was the intro. Like, why is it? He's just pissing me off how long it took to get over the hill. It was like WWE for me. I
Like
was
for
like,
real.
what is this? When they finally got there, I'm like,
So I ain't gonna lie. I used to want to try them cookies they used to be eating though.
yeah.
Cookies and that custard. So them joints look good.
What cartoon you think had the best food? Like, if you had to live in their world, what cartoon you think
Had the best food?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, bro, that's a good question.
I think that what's the orphans and shit? What was it?
Foster Home.
I don't know. I feel like they had some. I feel like they had like a cook named like Janice in there or something cooking.
No, they weren't really eating like that. Not that I remember.
What's that island? Drama,
Total Drama. Yeah, that used to get on my nerve. I ain't watched that.
You know,
I ain't gonna watch that one.
I can go back and watch it now because I know what they were doing. Like it's supposed to be annoying because it's supposed to be like.
So it was just like like a reality show.
And I used to. You're right. It used to piss me off then because I used to be like.
You should be like, what?
Because I watch skit comedy, and I watch cartoons, but it was kind of like adult comedy in a cartoon without Adult Swim. But that's why I think I didn't want that though. Like I wanted like SpongeBob. I wanted
like the real kiddie childish.
I wanted like brainless. Like I wanted like something that didn't make me like think on that level. But like Total Drama Island was like they did confessionals on it. Like it was actually pretty.
It was supposed to be like it was pretty much a reality show parody.
It's just
that's all it was.
I wasn't that type of.
I wasn't really watching reality shows though, so I didn't really.
Or I wasn't watching that Survivor type shit.
Yeah, that Survivor type stuff.
It's like, bro, you chose to come out here. Like when anything that happens, I don't care. And it's probably not that. At least I know like the ones that like the love shows. I know what I'm getting, but like the Survivor ones, it was just like anything that like wasn't like a love show, reality show wise. I really had nothing for because it's probably cap. Like anything reality that you tell me is about is fake. Like if y'all going to the wild, y'all lying. If you going here, y'all lying. You probably didn't go.
I'm trying to think. There's so many carts. I'm still thinking about they had like signature food items.
Mm, go to
I don't know, like
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, the Krabby Patty,
I fall off
obviously.
in there. I fall off in there. Give me a burger and a fry.
Chill, little Krabby Patty and a little kelp fry.
Yeah, give me a
I don't know, but
little.
like when Jimmy Neutron food be looking good too.
I feel
Or like
like
especially that episode when he came out with that candy.
he can probably like doctor up some shit. So
And
I
that
trust him.
episode he had that candy, that episode. The purple flirt. That's what I always want to try too.
I'm gonna put
The purple
SpongeBob
flirt.
top one, or and the three best cartoon looking foods, or if I wanted to live in those worlds, SpongeBob, Jimmy, and Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly
Then you can
Odd.
make them wishes.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
that intro, did that shake not look good? Come on.
All that
I'm
food.
not a huge like or shake guy or just chocolate, for that matter. That chocolate shake looked like a baker.
And you can wish, like I said, wish for any food he wanted. However he
You
wanted it.
can wish for good food. The food can be missed, and you can be like, can you give me this with like a little bit more like salt in it,
And
or
then
like,
boom.
and they can be like, all right,
All right,
boom.
bet, boom.
They're
Wait
like
on.
crazy request, but boom. You know what's even crazy request? Hanging with us until the next episode. But I'm glad y'all are doing it. Thank you. What do you have for us closing out?
I got nothing. Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned like a cartoon
Network.
network.
You heard it here first. Don't forget to drink your water. Please be
Exercise.
mindful.
Yeah. Speaking of exercise.
Please exercise, stretch, exercise, and
Like, stretching is just important.
and rest.
Stretch, rest, exercise, drink your water, recycle.
I don't mean to put this all in steps, but it's levels to it.
Levels to it.
Don't forget to be good to people, and remember, if it ain't right, get right.